What's shaking, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Hobby Headquarters here at the Hollywood Rip Studio in beautiful Los Angeles, California. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Hollywood, joined alongside by Joe Nasty 90 to my right. That's a hell of an AIM screen name, circa 2004.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This will probably be one of the craziest episodes we've ever done. We have a lot to go through today. Exclusive sets, $1 million cards being pulled, $1 million cards going for auction, baseball playoffs right around the corner, and week 3 of the NFL all coming at you for this week. But our stories for the week start at Topps Mercury. What is Topps Mercury? Well, Topps released a super high-end 8-card set. It is going to cost $8,000, apparently. And it is going to be entirely Victor Wembanyama. The entire set, you're going to get 8 cards. You're guaranteed 2 Victor Wembanyama rookie autographs, including 1 patch autograph. Every single card is numbered to 99 or less. 6 of the 8 cards are going to be numbered to 99 or less. So let's keep in mind that his Prism rookie non-autographs are going for around like $4,000 out of 99 in a PSA 10, okay? In this box, you're getting 6 cards numbered to 99 or less. 2 of them are guaranteed to be autographed, and one of them is going to be a patch autograph. This product is going to feature the first ever, and we'll put it on the screen for you, the first ever Wemby LeBron dual autograph. Of course, LeBron is now exclusive with Fanatics after being exclusive with Upper Deck for a really long time, so that's a big deal.
Yeah.
You're going to have game-used jersey patches in this, including Victor's first game. He's going to have different inscriptions like Alien, Rookie of the Year, and more. I think that they actually priced this product really low, in my opinion. And I know it sounds crazy to say
that's crazy.
To say $8,000 is low, but his base Topps Chrome autographs are selling for like $3,000. That's base, not even numbered. I think these boxes on the secondary market, like, call me crazy, but I think they're gonna sell for like more than double.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna sell for like between 15 and 20,000.
Yeah.
I mean, something truly insane. But it's hard for me. Look, it's hard for me to believe these are just ripe to be scanned.
Oh.
These are ripe to be CT scanned. They're in plastic holders, magnetic holders, in a foil little bag.
So are they selling them all to you get 6?
No, it's like a box.
Yeah, but you're guaranteed to get 6 of these greatnesses, or you have to take a chance still.
No, you're guaranteed to get six cards numbered to 99 or less of Wemby.
Right.
And 2 of them are guaranteed to be autographs.
Okay. So, all right. And then the rest of it is whatever?
The other 2 cards are just base cards.
Oh, so it's, I got you.
But even the base cards in a set this limited, and this is the thing, we don't know how many they're going to produce. But that being said, it is going to be
base cards of only Vic?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is going to be a fight to get one of these things at retail. Like, yeah. I will fight you for one of these at retail. But like, this is the first time we've seen something like this. Well, not the first time we've seen something like this. Something this high-end for an athlete this big.
Right.
Any preliminary thoughts going on for you?
I mean, it's kind of like the Holy Grail, right? It's the Holy Grail of what you can get. I'm not going to lie.
This is the Wemby Holy Grail.
This is truly the Wemby, unless he blows up again.
It is unlicensed, keep in mind, because it is Topps.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So he actually won't have a Spurs jersey. It'll be like a black and silver jersey.
Right, but they've done a very good job in hiding the fact.
That's the one where he usually
turned around, or
where he looks like he's gonna smooch a basketball.
I'm telling you, they're gonna do as good of a job hiding that as possible.
I understand. Maybe he'll be like about to shoot a ball, but his elbow's like in front of his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. The LeBron and Victor card,
pretty sick.
I would mess that up pretty hard.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, that one gets me a little past and present. Well, it's present and present, but. Yeah. You get the idea, generational in terms of...
Yeah, it's a generational card, for sure.
So like as opposed to like maybe this one, that's a card with multiple people on it that kind of gets me going.
Well, I mean, it's a rookie card for Wemby,
Right?
Which is what makes it so cool.
But what if they did? I guess it wouldn't be a rookie card though. But like a picture of Wembanyama with LeBron as a rookie.
Well, that's what it is.
Oh, I thought it was like current LeBron.
No. I'm pretty sure it's.
Is
Is
it?
it rookie? Yeah, it's rookie LeBron.
No, that's not a rookie.
Yeah, that's rookie LeBron. Cavs jersey.
Yeah, but that's the modern Cavs jersey. Is it? That's not him as a rookie. He's got all those tattoos.
Yeah,
he was much skinnier.
He's also got the beard. This
doesn't-
is second stint LeBron.
Yes, that is.
That's Cleveland's second stint LeBron.
or at least late stage first stint.
Yeah, we'll throw it up on your screen just so you guys
Yes, that was good. That's good video right there to be talking at something they can't see.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's super cool. Soup's cool.
I think this set's going to be a home run. I think it's going to sell like crazy.
Oh yeah.
On the secondary market, and if you're not entering the lottery to get a box of this and want to spend the $8K on this, because I am telling you, you will be able to flip this for probably close to double, in my opinion.
I think they should slip in like a totally random player that no one cares about. You know what I mean?
I could be totally wrong on that. What do you mean, like slip in like who?
Like a DJ Mbenga.
A DJ Bingo.
Could you imagine? It's like, oh my God,
Mbenga.
first game jersey. Oh my God.
DJ Benga.
Kyle Korver.
We're going to move to our second hobby story of the week. This one's going to be really quick.
Yeah.
Prism Deca came out. That's the 10-year anniversary of Prism, of course. 12-13, I think, was the first year. But these are kind of throwback. They have the throwback design to the original Prisms. And of course, Blez, the biggest breaker on the planet, hit the Wemby Black Shimmer Rookie 1/1 out of first off the line. The hobby version comes out, I think, this week. So we'll see if the True Black comes out from Blez as well. But the amount of product that these companies are giving to breakers is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, breakers are probably opening 90% plus of all the high-end products.
I mean, you say like the same three names are opening things.
Yeah, basically.
So like clearly.
Look, I don't have a problem with breakers, but I do think that normal people want to open this stuff too, and they're willing to pay for it, obviously. Maybe they'll split it with friends or something like that. I would still like to see I'd like to see them maybe double the amount of product that goes out to normal people.
Regulars.
So like maybe give normal people 20%. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
We don't need 90% of the product going to breakers. We just don't. That's my thoughts. I don't know if you have different thoughts, but we're gonna move. Actually, I don't really care because we're moving to the next hobby topic. But it is a big one. It's actually a really big one. Shohei Ohtani has been the talk of the town. Of course, he is the first player to create the 50 home run, 50 stolen base club. He had a 6-for-6 day in Miami with 3 homers and 10 RBIs in order to eclipse the 50-50 mark.
Unbelievable.
And of course, Topps is releasing a Topps Now card commemorating this, card number 722. There is a 1/1 chase.
Yeah.
Shohei will write 50 home runs, 50 stolen bases, 50 HR, 50 SB club. And it's going to be a 1/1. It's going to have his autograph. I bought one. Entries closed about 24 hours after it happened.
Yeah.
I got one. How can you not?
Yeah.
But he is currently sitting at 53 home runs and 53 stolen bases. The magnitude of what he's doing, let's compare. I think a lot of people forget that Ohtani has been recovering this entire season from the most extensive or experimental Tommy John procedure ever done.
Right.
No one has ever undergone the surgery that Shohei has undergone. Mm-hmm. He is trying to balance coming back on the mound. And this is like I saw some post earlier this week pertaining to Shohei and if this was like a video game, which it kind of is for Shohei.
I mean, for him, yeah.
It was like, oh, Shohei can't pitch this year, so he accepted the side quest and put up 53 homers, 53 stolen bases.
Yeah, I saw the same one actually. Yeah.
Instead. But what are your thoughts on this Topps Now 722 card? I think it's really cool. How can you not want to chase it? Way more stoked than this one.
100%. Why is this still here? Like,
yeah, it's the base cards worth 5 cents.
Everything Ohtani does is spectacular. Everything he does is dramatic, as I've said before, and then he just sort of one-ups it. Like, he's conceivably got a shot at 60.
Nah.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. But he's got 6 games left. He's at crazy paces. He's just remarkable. And yeah, I think that's totally worth it. I wish I had known about that. Thanks for the text. I probably would have thrown my hat into the ring myself. But alas, here we are. Anyways, next.
He's going to need another 3-homer, 3 stolen base performance to even.
I think he's actually
even have a shot.
I think he's at 55 stolen bases, by the way.
Although they are going to Colorado.
That was my point. Like, they're going to Coors.
Yeah, they're going to Colorado. So Ohtani could very well hit 580.
Yeah, well, the humidifier kind of dampens things these days, but the Rockies pitching does as much as the thin air in today's game.
That's very true. That's very true. Ohtani's 50th home run ball, by the way, the fan refused a $300,000 offer from the Dodgers. He left with the ball. Who knows what it's worth? Probably worth somewhere in the $500,000 to $1 million range, I'd have to guess.
Yeah.
Although wouldn't it be comical if he refused that $300,000 and then Ohtani did go 60-60? And then like the 50-50 ball was kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like half the price.
Where do you come out on that, by the way? I'm like, to me, it's sort of weird to refuse that because like you didn't accomplish anything. You know what I mean? But like it's also a chance to like.
You basically fought someone in the stands.
But it is an opportunity, and your life would have gone on presumably without $300,000, without batting gloves and a bat. So like, take sort of, I don't know. But I also understand the idea to extort this billion-dollar company.
I get it. If I'm the one catching that ball, to be honest with you, for $300,000, I'd probably leave with it too.
You'd leave if they offered $300,000?
If I could get the ball authenticated prior to leaving, I would have left with it.
Could you? What about if $300,000?
I would have upped the offer.
Meet him plus gear.
I would have probably asked $500,000.
Meet him. And gear.
Signed bat.
Yeah.
Signed
cleats.
Not from that game, because obviously that's
fine.
That's for him.
No, honestly, that's fine.
I would ask for signed bat, signed cleats, game used, and I would ask for $500,000. I also would have asked probably for like a few seasons of season tickets to the Dodgers,
or at least a couple weekends.
That's probably what I would ask for, which I think honestly is kind of reasonable. But those of you who are comparing the MVP race, Shohei Ohtani versus Francisco Lindor, wow.
What an idiot.
We'll put it on the screen for you. But let's take a look at this, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
WAR. Shohei 8.1, Lindor 6.6.
I think he accumulated 8 of that in that game in Miami.
Yeah. Is it close?
No.
Games played doesn't matter. Plate appearances really doesn't matter.
And those are the only metrics he led in.
Although Shohei is leading in those as well now. Hits, 180 for Shohei, 163 for Lindor. Is that close?
No.
Not really. Home runs,
Not even.
Shohei leads by 21. RBIs, Shohei leads by almost 40. Stolen bases, Shohei leads by like 25.
And Lindor is known as a speed guy.
Right. Batting average, Shohei is now batting 301, by the way. Lindor is batting 271. OBP, Shohei leads by 40 points. Slugging, he leads by like 200 points. OPS by 200 points. OPS plus by 50 points.
Yeah. And Lindor's had a very good year.
No, Lindor has had a great year. He really has, and the Mets would not be where they are without him.
Absolutely.
But
same deal, though.
The Mets are a wild card team. The Dodgers are in
Maybe.
first place. Yeah, the Mets might not even make the playoffs. The Dodgers are in first place, and they would be nowhere without Shohei Ohtani, so he is more valuable to his team, even though he does not play defense. These numbers are not even close. It's like comical that people actually thought that this was ever a comparison.
It's East Coast bias.
You know what I was thinking about the other day?
No, I don't.
Which was kind of interesting, was what if Ohtani was still in the AL? How insane would this AL MVP race be between Judge, Ohtani, and Bobby Witt Jr.?
I think Judge would actually win.
I think he would too.
Yeah.
I do. The offensive numbers are insane for Judge. By the way, Judge has a negative defensive WAR. For those of you wondering, he's actually negative in runs saved for his team. He has not been a good fielder,
But he's been that good offensively.
but he plays the field, right? But yeah, he's been that good offensively.
His numbers offensively are actually just that much better than Ohtani's, actually, except for stolen bases.
Yeah. On the flip side, though, if Ohtani were still in the AL, and we talked about how insane this MVP race would be, imagine how awful the NL MVP race would be without Ohtani. We'd actually be talking about like giving MVP to a guy whose team like might not even make the playoffs.
It'd be like Marcell Ozuna versus Lindor.
Yeah,
Truly.
exactly. But we're gonna move to our next hobby topic, and that's a big one. It's also related to this man right here. Shohei Ohtani's 2018 Topps Chrome Sapphire 1/1 autograph Superfractor. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
In a BGS 9.5 with a 10 autograph is officially for sale. The opening bid is $85,000. I think that it should be going for over $1 million. And honestly, if I had $1 million to spare, and I don't mean that as in like, oh, if I was a billionaire. I mean like realistically, even if I had like $10 million, I would seriously consider paying $1 million for that. I really would. I think it's like that iconic of a card. Obviously, this is the exact card numbered to 25. The 1/1 of that is the one that's for sale, and it's for sale with Sotheby's and Fanatics Collect. I think that it will do $1 million. Do you think it'll do $1 million?
I don't want to speak out of my behind. I like without. I think
It's a total guess from me.
Probably not. I mean, because how much did the Wilt Chamberlain one go for?
1.7 million.
Yeah, so probably like that's historically based also, right? In sort of a weird circumstance. So probably not 1 mil.
It's okay. So you think it'll be like what, 500,000, 600,000, 200,000?
I think it'll be
okay.
527,013
Okay. He thinks it'll go 527,000. I think it'll go 1 million.
13 cents.
I think it'll go $1 million plus. What do you guys think it will
Probably
go?
right down the middle.
Yeah, probably like right in the middle of that. But moving on to our next hobby topic, PSA.
Ooh, we're moving.
Yeah, we are moving. PSA has announced new grading
This is interesting.
parameters. So they can, number one, they can officially upcharge you $500 automatically if they determine that the card is worth more than the level that you submitted it at.
Yeah.
Number two, you can be charged. This feels like a fine. You can basically be like fined for not submitting the card in a card saver like this as they want you to submit it.
Really?
If you submit the card in a top loader like this, you will get charged for that.
That's silly.
Well, no, they're just trying to. I get that, honestly, but the reason is that they're automating the intake processing of cards, which means people are getting replaced by AI or robots to intake the cards faster. Could this be a slippery slope to eventually what we talked about the other week, which was robo-grading? And they've also officially announced that card cleaning and waxing is considered doctoring the cards, and they will pursue, if needed, legal action against you, and they will deactivate certification numbers. How do I feel about upcharging cards or pricing based on the value of a card? It's the same. They're doing the same service. I get that, okay, yeah, maybe we need to like kind of cover our asses if we're handling more expensive things, maybe for insurance purposes or whatever. So I'm okay with them upcharging cards. I really am. I just think where this gets a little hairy is if they're upcharging, because look, the price of something in a lot of cases is subjective. Things are worth what someone's willing to pay for it.
Exactly.
Something can sell for $1,000 one day and $800 the next day. So if you're upcharging me because you think it's going to cost it's $1,000 card now, when realistically the card might sell for $850 and the charge maybe should be a little less.
Yeah.
That's the only scenario where I think upcharging kind of could be a little bit iffy, but the rest I'm kind of fine with it. And honestly, the rest of what PSA is saying, I'm also fine with. What do you think about it? Are you okay with it?
I think it's to make big bucks. Like, it just feels like they know their demand is high and they're then using it to their advantage. To me, what I want to see in a couple months, if not this time next year, is will it be driving people to their competitors? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's the two sides of it, because it's actually remarkable how quickly things have moved. Because I think it was our show last week where we talked about robo-grading, and I was sitting here like, I'm kind of for it.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I didn't really put two and two together as we previewed this episode. The card thing clearly is to be more efficient to get it out, right?
Right.
And to make it easier on the robots.
Which I'm fine with.
So if that's the case, then I can't really talk out of both ends and say I'm not cool with that.
Right.
But it also does feel like, you know what it feels like to me? Just airlines charging you more because your bag's over 50 pounds.
Yeah.
I know it's not a direct parallel, but that's what it feels like to me. So we'll see if it drives competition elsewhere. That's what I'm most interested to see.
Yeah. I think Beckett is really looking just like a sad old dog at this point. It's kind of sad.
Like Old Yeller?
SGC's doing pretty well. But yeah, PSA's just destroying everyone.
So that's why I'm going to say, if like, does Beckett have, like, this is the moment you need to pounce on it as they're charging more.
Yeah, so you think Beckett and SGC need to like loosen their parameters, their restrictions?
At least make it easier to get graded.
But it is already easier to get it graded with them though, because the turnaround times are shorter and the price is less. But the problem is people pay more for PSA slabs, so why would you ever grade with SGC or Beckett is kind of the issue.
Well, we'll find out if it makes a difference.
We will. But let's move into a controversial topic.
Yeah.
Topps posted a video just last week.
Kind of foolish of them.
Of the entire Topps Chrome Victor Wembanyama one-of-one autograph stack. Like every single one-of-one autograph card that Wemby has in Topps Chrome, they posted a video of them like going through all of them. They were all in one-touch holders. We will put it on the screen so that you can see them kind of going through it. What is my problem with this? Well, this confirms that these cards are handled by Topps employees prior to quote-unquote random insertion into packs. So what they're basically broadcasting to the world is it's essentially no longer random at all if employees are handling them prior, which also means they could damage the card.
True.
Right? We see all the cards are in a one-touch holder. You got to take them in and out of that one-touch holder. They could get damaged. I think what this centers around, and a lot of people wonder, is how can we trust that all of the hits, all of these one-of-ones, are actually being put into the packs? And if so, how do we know that it's actually random? It almost boggles my mind that it would be random, to be honest with you. They got to be keeping track of these. They just have to be. I have to think that they have to know where, generally speaking, these cards are.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, it just brings up, we have so many huge missing cards, right? And obviously a lot of them are probably in sealed boxes, but Luka's one-of-one rookie Prism Black Finite has been missing since 2017 or 18, whatever his rookie year was, right?
Yeah.
Steph's rookie Topps Chrome Superfractor, missing. LeBron's one-of-one rookie Logo Man, missing.
Since 2005?
Since 2003.
Or 3, I should say.
Wemby's green one-of-one Kaboom, missing, right? Sure, it could be in one of these boxes, but how do we know? I think, in my opinion, we need more transparency and have some sort of unbiased regulatory agency that confirms that the product hits are actually in the circulating product, right? And it's almost like you need a company to randomly distribute it for these companies in order to guarantee that it is truly random. Do you have any thoughts on it?
I just felt like I was watching an episode of Iron Chef right now. Just watching you, Bobby Flay. No, you were cooking, baby.
I was chopping. You know?
Well, I don't know what the secret ingredient was. Well, it was Celsius.
Yeah, exactly. Celsius, by the way.
Your secret ingredient.
Tropical Vibe. Celsius is our sponsor. Live Fit, don't forget.
Hello.
Sparkling tropical vibe.
Yeah, the topic sort of just wraps up everything we've just talked about in this episode, right?
Yeah.
Including everything you ever wanted to know about Victor Wembanyama. But it's just weird because it's nothing they're doing is illegal, right? It's all business. But then I'm going to say that there doesn't seem to be any guardrails on these companies, and there's just no standards. And so basically everything that's happening is them going to us and saying, hey, wink, wink, trust us.
It's in there.
It's fine. But then you bring up the fact that we're missing something from 2003. You know what I'm missing from 2003? A working hip. Other than that, we shouldn't be worried about product and like LeBron stuff. So yeah, it's like, hey, trust us. It's all good. But it's not illegal. It's just business.
Yeah, I find it...
It's annoying.
I find it hard to believe that at this day and age that there isn't more regulation on this in guaranteeing that what you're actually selling is actually in the product.
You know what they're getting away with? Because you're putting money down and you're hoping for something,
Exactly.
but it's not gambling. Like it's not.
It's not. It is.
But what has more regulation? Gambling has a regulation.
It is.
This is a hobby.
But this is where we start to skirt the lines of like of like how much regulation does this hobby need? Because at the end of the day, opening boxes is gambling, right? They say it's for fun, but it's gambling.
Well, the argument is you want that DJ and Benga rookie card.
Exactly. So, but you have to trust that DJ Benga rookie card is in the product.
Oh, there you go. That's a good counter.
But we're going to move to our MLB update. The Yankees have clinched a playoff spot. Have not clinched the division quite yet, although I think like one more game then they will clinch. The Guardians have clinched their division. Houston is out front in the AL West. Philly has clinched, I believe. They've clinched the division, right? Or maybe
Just
not.
a playoff spot.
Just a playoff spot. Milwaukee has clinched their division. Mm-hmm. And the Dodgers have clinched a playoff spot. The AL wild card. Baltimore, Kansas City, and Detroit lead the way with Minnesota just a half game out. It's going to be a photo finish.
Dude, Detroit came out of nowhere.
I know, crazy. It's going to be a photo finish in the AL. The NL wild card, San Diego, Arizona, and the Mets are spots 1 through 3. Remember, 3 get in, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 3 get in. Atlanta is a game and a half out. Atlanta in danger of missing the playoffs.
Yep.
I am seriously concerned about the Dodgers in the postseason. They cannot pitch. We'll talk about it maybe a little more in one of our later episodes this week, but man, it just seems like the Dodgers are going to have to score 6 to 8 runs every game just to have a chance, in my opinion. Games where like Flaherty and Yamamoto are not pitching. And even when they do pitch, it's not like I could easily see either of those guys giving up 4 or 5 runs. Easy.
Yamamoto just did that today against the Rockies.
Yeah, exactly. Any other, besides the obvious concerns for the Dodgers going into the postseason, do you have any other concerns or like dark horses going in? I mean, it's obviously the wild card teams are always dark horses, I feel like.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. First and foremost, this week is chock full of insane series. Mostly right there on the marquee is Padres at Chavez Ravine against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
LA is only 3 games up on the Padres. So, in theory, they could tie for the division lead by the end of, or by Thursday or Friday.
They could.
In theory. But also, I don't think this team is that great, but it's a cliche, but it's also correct. Does the best team always make the World Series? No.
No.
The hottest team.
Exactly.
And the Tigers are scalding. Granted, they do have a guy who's probably going to win the AL Cy Young, so they have talent.
Yeah.
So do you really want to face the team that's won just about everything in order to even get into a playoff position? Probably not. And I could wax poetic all night long about the idea of a top team sitting for multiple days as another team is playing baseball. That's a really dangerous situation to be dealing with.
Yeah, I mean, especially in a 3-game series in the first round there, you're basically going down 1-0 facing Skubal.
In all likelihood, yeah. Like, if you're the Yankees and you have Juan Soto and other lefty hitters, do you really want the best lefty pitcher in baseball coming through?
Yeah, exactly. No, absolutely not. But we're going to move into our NFL update. Week 3 is in the books for the most part. It was a fun weekend.
Yeah.
The Vikings pulverized the Texans 34-7 at
Sam
home.
Darnold, we talked about it.
Crazy, we did talk about it. The Vikings are looking like the best team in the NFL, somehow. I don't know how we got here, but here we are.
Sam Darnold.
Andy Dalton was apparently the answer in Carolina because the Panthers were able to beat the Raiders. Dalton had like 3 or 4 touchdowns and like 300-something yards.
Yeah,
Like, great game from Andy Dalton. He used to be a great quarterback.
Yeah.
Don't forget
TCU,
that.
those were the days.
The Ravens bounced back big and got their first win of the season. They beat the Cowboys on the road. Ugly for the Cowboys.
That's
Yikes.
tough, yeah.
Daniel Jones won a football game. The Giants beat the Browns. Not that that's really bragging. What else? Let's see.
Browns have a good defense, though.
Yeah, they do, but it was Daniel Jones.
True.
The Titans are still bad.
Yes.
They lost to the Packers at home.
Blown
The Bears are bad. They lost on the road to the Colts. Caleb Williams, although he had 2 touchdowns, he had 2 interceptions and a fumble that was lost, although he did throw for 360 yards.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson was bad, again. I think he's thrown for 5 picks in the last 2 weeks. Something like that.
Wouldn't recommend it.
But the Eagles showed Derek Carr, who's boss. They won 15-12 in New Orleans. This is a team that scored 40-plus the first 2 weeks. They scored 12.
That game was, I think, 6-3 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's
before they kind of blew up. Yeah.
Crazy. The Steelers have become the worst team ever to start 3-0. Justin Herbert was hurt in that one, unfortunately,
that was tough.
for the Chargers. But like the Steelers are actually like the most average team I think I've ever seen to start 3-0.
Pretty good defense, and T.J. Watt is elite.
Yeah. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. But that offense,
it's not. Yeah, they're doing enough though.
Is bad. It's really bad. Like, they basically need to just like hold opponents low and milk clock, and that's basically what they do.
That is the Steeler way, though.
They just hand it to Najee Harris, and he plows forward for 3.1 yards, and that's just how we do it.
Do you think the Bears have buyer's remorse on Justin Fields? Probably not.
Probably not.
No.
I mean, they've got a great insurance policy. Mm-hmm. Russell Wilson.
Absolutely.
But in an absolute shocker, the Broncos crushed the Bucs on the road 26-7. Bo Nix had a 3-yard touchdown run. They had a 1-yard touchdown run from McLaughlin and then 4 Will Lutz field goals.
Woo.
So obviously, like, it really actually wasn't that impressive. I think this was a little more about how good the Broncos defense performed on the road, because this by no means was like an offensive like clinic by Bo Nix and this offensive unit, because they are not explosive and they are not good at football. But moving on, the Dolphins clearly suck without Tua. It might be time to trade Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle in fantasy, and they are now on to quarterback number 3 because quarterback number 2 got hurt today. It was a chest injury. I don't even know who's playing quarterback for them at this point. But and I'm not going to call this one an upset, but in the battle of the severely handicapped teams, the Rams beat the Niners at home 27-24. Of course, McCaffrey, Ayuk, Kittle all out, Puka and Kupp out. We've talked about it before. We don't think Brock Purdy is that good.
And then all of a sudden, about the 3 best players in the league. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, now look, they can't even go.
Sorry, Ayuk was there. It was Debo.
Oh, Debo. Yeah. That's right. Debo's out. They go on the road to play basically a home game because the Rams don't have a home field advantage. The Rams don't even have Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua.
And a banged-up offensive line. And Brock Purdy still cannot overcome that. What do we got? Jags at Bills tomorrow night, along with Commanders at Bengals. Honestly, 2 matchups that... Well, it'll say a lot about the Bills and Bengals. They should pull those.
Yeah, they should. So. But this is a big... This is a big night. This is a big Monday night for Trevor Lawrence cards and Joe Burrow cards. Because I think people are really looking for a reason to believe that these guys actually are NFL quarterbacks.
Burrow, I'm pretty sold on.
It doesn't hurt to get a Monday night win.
That's the
Even if it is the Commanders.
But he definitely has had his spotty moments the last couple of years.
He has.
But I don't know. I would take Joe Burrow in a heartbeat. Trevor Lawrence, I'm with you 100%. I think it's a moment where he kind of needs to finally put up or shut up.
Yeah, I think if Lawrence has a bad game on tomorrow night, we're filming this on a Sunday. Oh man, it could be real yikes for Trevor Lawrence's cards.
Should he cut his hair?
At this point,
let's see tomorrow.
Maybe he should like dye it.
Ooh, or like Jaguars green,
or go to like cornrows. You know?
Absolutely not. Well, that would be very Jacksonville.
It'd be hysterical.
That'd be very Jacksonville.
But that'll wrap things up for us here at the Hollywood Rip Studio for episode 6 of the Hobby Headquarters. Hope you enjoyed this week's show. If you did, drop a like or comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. We have motored past that 200 subscriber mark, so thanks to all of you who subbed. Giveaways are coming soon. So until next time, I'm Mr. Hollywood. That's Joe Nasty 90. We'll see you next time right back here at Hollywood Rips. Mr. Hollywood, Joe Nasty.